Okay, welcome to another unboxing. This time I've got Narcos, the board game from CMON. This is based on the Netflix TV show. It's a 1 to 5 player hidden movement game where one player controls Patron, who's this guy, and he's going to be sort of moving around the map, setting up his drug empire, and the other players are all going to be playing as various factions that are out to get him. It looks like a really interesting game. I've not had a chance to play it. Well, I've not had it out of the box yet. Just turned up today, so I thought I'd get an unboxing up onto YouTube so everyone can get a look at what the components are in case they're interested. So we'll crack it open and we'll see what you get inside. So first off, the rule book. It's really nice, well laid out. I've had a read through the digital version of this already, and it does look like it pretty much explains most of the stuff that you need to know in order to play. So, yeah, really well done. Rule summary on the back. It's all good. Then what we have here, the action dashboard. This is for the 4 players that are chasing Patron. It lists the various actions you can do. You play cards into these spaces that allow you to do those actions, and there's some of the spaces for some other cards as well. On the back, it's just sort of got you a bit of cool artwork showing all the bad guys, drug dealing scum. Anyway, this is Patron's dashboard. This is where he keeps a track of his various Sicario characters. You can sort of put tokens on here to give them various abilities, stuff like that, and there are cards that go down here for objectives that Patron has to do in order to win the game. On the back it says Patron dashboard. And we got all the tokens that need punching out. There's just the one board of these. And you got these, which are drug farms, I believe. These are spawn Coca Cubes onto the map. You got the Sicario tokens. These are different numbers on the back, and then there's the tokens for things like roadblocks, some cash monies, and some other tokens as well that I'm not sure what they do at this point. Then we have the map. It's a big old map. I'm not really going to be able to open it up all the way on the camera, but it is huge and it's really nice. It's another quality CMON thing. The production of this really does remind me a lot of the Godfather game. Where again, so we've got the map with all the different locations. It's really, really thick, really heavy, big, thick card. Nice map. We've got Patron's hiding locations. This is a pad, so however many times you're going to play the game, or as I suspect most people that play these kind of games, you'll probably print them off the internet rather than using the ones that come in the box. This is what Patron uses to keep track of where he's moving on the board, how much he's spending, and it's kind of this is another copy of the main game board. This allows him to look at this to determine what he wants to do without looking at the main game board where, you know, sly, devious other players could be trying to work out where he is from where he's looking. So that's nice. We have these hideout markers. This is one of the players, because each of the players that are chasing after Patron, they all play as a different faction. I believe, yeah, the police, the Policía Nacional de Colombia, they use these markers, which are small translucent houses. There you go. They look like little houses. They're hideout tokens, and the police player is kind of responsible for using these however they really want to use them on the board in order to try and track maybe where they suspect Patron could be at any given time, where he might be going, where they've searched. I mean, the rule book is quite clear that you can use them however you like. Then we've got these Coca Cubes, which I'm sure don't in any way represent any drugs. But yeah, they're again nice white plastic cubes that the Sicarios will be trying to get off the board. We've got the standard discs to attach to the bottom of the Sicarios, so you can keep track of what you do with each one. Then we have 2 decks of cards. Well, there's a number of decks of cards in here, let's be honest. Let's have so we can just crack some open. So we've got some Patron cards, DA cards, police, Cali Cartel, Los Pepes, and the objectives. So The objective cards, these are things that Patron has to try and do to win the game. He has to do so many of these. The Los Pepes cards, these are cards for the different factions. Again, they give the factions various abilities. Again, artwork's really nice on them, a really nice card. And then finally we have the Patron cards. Then we have these smaller cards which are split. I think what we got, action cards, and then there's, again, there's more for the police and the DEA player, and then there's the Plata o Plomo cards. These ones are, again, these have special effects that come out during the game. These are more cards that the different factions can have that they can play to gain a certain benefit. And then the action cards, these are the cards that you will play onto this plateau. So you'd play, like I said, to capture Patron you have to play a card, and obviously you can extra move if you play a card with a number on it. You can gain that much extra move. To destroy labs again, you know, play a card, that's the number. If you wanted to do this action, which I think is like a ping, you can sort of ask if Patron's near you. You have to play a number 3 card onto that space in order to do that, and that's what these cards will do basically. They've just got different values on them, and we use them. Then we've got the miniatures themselves. These are sort of up to CMON's usual standards. Really nice packaging, might I add. The grey ones being all of the Sicarios and Patron himself up here, and then all of the other ones on square bases are the factions characters. I like the way that they've got, not only are they different colours, but I like the way that the hunter characters are all on square bases and the Sicarios are all on circular bases. One more thing of note is the insert actually has spaces in for the components when they're all punched out. So if I just lift this up a little bit so you can see, we've got these different spaces here that have all got sort of a component and a number on them. So I believe as the components are punched out of the punch boards, they'll fit in there, and then hopefully the whole thing should sort of hold it together. The only way to find out for sure is obviously to try it. So I'm going to punch everything out, and then I'll come back and we'll see how it all fits in. Having put the bits back in the box, all the tokens where it appears that they can go, it's become pretty clear that this isn't designed for how it's supposed to be stored, because putting this map back in, it's not quite going to fit because of these tokens here are stopping it. Everything else is okay, it's just those. You're probably just going to have to be best up to bag it up, bag everything up. You've got a lot of space here, a lot of space here, room here, more room down here. So there's plenty of extra place to put them once they're bagged up. And then you pack everything away, box it up, and that is what you get in the box of Narcos, the board game from CMON. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another video.